Caribbean, lucky like we. Studio Galaxy Day for you and me. Galaxy Equalizer, ready like Freddy. And Studio Galaxy 473 in Confero. We freedom of speech is sacrosanct. Make use of it. Let no one challenge. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is around. Galaxy in Confero, hope you know. 473 standing strong is yours, you know. The medium, an opportunity for you. Make your contribution, let them know. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is a road. Chinese and lucky like we. Rand and North Korea wish they had it too. Most of the Caribbean lucky like we. Studio Galaxy Day for you and me. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is around. Studio Galaxy in Confero, hope you know. 473 standing strong is yours, you know. The medium, an opportunity for you. Make your contribution, let them know. Democracy in Spice Isles is alive and well. Ask you questions, sing and beat you drum. Make you suggestions, encourage them on to walk the straight and narrow in the land. Politics, religion and economic issue. Regional, international, spiritual issues too. Agricultural, environmental and trending to subject matter. We fear none, we back down. Freedom of speech is enshrined in the land. God, we freedom, jealous and they in Cuba. Russians and Chinese and lucky like we. Rhine and North Korea wish they had it too. Most of the Caribbean lucky like we. Studio Galaxy Day for you and me. Galaxy.
Welcome brothers, welcome sisters, welcome to our program. Welcome to our program on Studio Galaxy 473 in Confero. And we're back with you again as usual, and we always encourage you to share our program, like our program. We are the new kids on the block. That's some old kids. We want you to help us to grow. It's always good to encourage local content. And the topic this morning is the economic importance of rodents and pests to farmers. We have with us this morning our brother Joshua, part of the Galaxy Equalizers. The number to call is 536-2558. One of the factors that we seems to ignore that affect production and productivity with the farmers is rodents and pests. And sometimes when we're speaking about the farmer's performance, the farmer's productivity, the farmer's lack of the ability to make money, we seems to seriously forget one of the problems that exists, particularly in our climatic condition, is rodents and pests. My brother Joshua, rodents and pests.
Yeah, it's a serious issue that's undercover. I have to say it's undercover, but because we don't seem to be dealing with it. One of the fundamental things that we forget is that the world is interconnected, interdependent in terms of, how we farm. So things are connected. The ecosystem, as they say, all have a purpose in terms of, that biodiversity, that kind of, one part feeding off the next. Now, one of the things that we probably haven't done very well is to take an integrated approach. That kind of, people use the word sometimes, eclectic approach in terms of farming. And the reason I say that, really, the thing that comes in my mind strongly is we've had a lot of money recently spent on predatory larceny. We have a big task force and they have their 4x4 running up and down, and I think, we could have integrated it a little bit more. When you think about the losses that farmers encounter, the losses that they endure, it is estimated that between 20 and 25% of the farmer's loss is as a result of rodent pest and post-harvesting techniques, etc. And also a technique about how do we maintain our quality standard of crops. That's probably more really hits home in the fishing industry, because if you get it wrong, and you have 10,000 pounds worth of tuna and you haven't managed it properly, that's a 10,000 pounds loss. That's 100% for the fishermen. But for the more traditional farmers, like cash crop, fruits, and those things, it's slightly different. One of the things that we've not paid attention to, because we lack that integrated approach at the moment, is the impact of rodents on crops. I know the corn farmer always talking about that, and I have grown sweet potatoes in the past, and I know the impact of rodents. These little fellas and them are not innocent as they look. I mean, if we look back in terms of history, we remember in Europe around about 1346 to 1353, they had the Black Death, one of the most serious pandemic the world has experienced, perpetrated really by the rats. I think Europe lost 50% of the
50 million people.
Yeah, they lost 50% of the population, which was 50 million people. So that was really, devastating in terms of loss. But it highlights, the reason we bring it up, we highlight the danger in modern day Grenada of the destruction, the potential destruction that rodents can do to farmers and their crops. And what we seem to be doing is taking one bad and trying to cure it with another bad. So we have the rodents, and we tend to react. So, we get some poison and throw it around the field or whatever, people do. And what we're doing is we basically poisoning our soil a little bit.
My brother, you touch on Europe
Yeah.
and like you wake me up because in this modern time you don't hear these things again.
Yeah.
So that generation die off,
Yeah.
and that new computer generation don't know.
Yeah.
You know, 50 million people die
Yeah.
between 1346
Yeah.
and 1353
Yeah.
as a result of rats.
Yeah.
Well, the rats really had a flea on it, and the flea brought a bacteria. So you see, the flea was a parasite on the rat, and the bacteria was a parasite on the flea. And Europe did not know.
Yeah.
50 million people.
Yeah.
Sanitation and other things was not good as perhaps now.
Yeah.
But we say these things for us to understand. If you're losing 20% or 25% of your crops through rodents and pests,
Yeah.
that is significant.
Yeah, it's serious amount. And what I believe is that predal larceny team is important, but we have to have a more integrated approach in terms of those things, because 20-25% losses for the farmers is significant, and it's probably a lot more than the thieves take. So we have to integrate our approach in terms of raising awareness in terms of how we combat the rodents, and at the same time, how do we support the predal larceny officer. And I speak from practical experience, because yesterday I was at the local extension office reporting that I had lost some of my crop. So it's real and it's alive, and it's very annoying when faced with it. But rationally, when you think about it, yes, I lost probably 2 bunches of plantain. But when you think about 25% loss to the farmer in terms of poor practices between the rodents and post-harvesting practices, it's really significant, losses. So that integrated approach we have to take. And as Mr. Pierre often says, we don't have the answers, but we want to stimulate discussions. And, whilst I have the privilege of being on the program this morning, one of the things that comes to mind is, what are the deterrent that we can use within our farms without adding to the destruction of our farms? And I think if we think about it, and
just before you make that point, sometimes we have to practically wake up with farmer. Madagascar, annually, almost every year, they have an outbreak of black death caused by rats. Yersinia pestis. Rats in Madagascar. Almost every year. Some years are worse than the others. And it causes serious problems. I thought I should make the point because we talk about Europe in 13 something and people say, oh, that is long.
1346.
But we want to tell our people and our farmers in particular, Madagascar have problems with rodents, principally rats. Annually, you have shot outbreaks. Some years is worse than others.
Right.
And the question is, if we are losing 20 to 25% of our crops between rodents and pests and poor harvesting practice, what is the approach?
Yeah, that's a good point. And, you mentioned Madagascar, and they do a kind of pork in Madagascar, which is the best tasting pork.
Well, it
I've
seems
ever.
as though all over the world where they do pork for good. Have you been to Madagascar?
I was fortunate enough to kind of spend some time in Madagascar. Yeah.
That's why they call you Joshua.
Wow.
You have the right name and the right for the pork.
Wow.
Madagascar. You see what you remember? The pork in Madagascar.
Yeah.
Who forgets pork?
Yeah, it's actually special. I don't remember the name, but the pork that they had, they're known for the pork. It's quite special. So, coming back to the subject in Grenada, we make the connection like this is not something that only was in 1346, but today in Madagascar, it's still a serious problem. And one of the things we don't do very well is, that kind of taking action that's a deterrent. Prevention is the right word. Taking a preventive approach. And as much as we may not like it, in order for us to kind of reduce that loss in terms of from 25% to maybe 5%, we have to have that integrated approach to agriculture. And that is potentially one of our unique, selling point. Our farming technique and farming strategy. So as I talk, I kind of have vivid pictures in my mind of the rats climbing up the corn tree and and taking a bite. So our climatic condition doesn't help because, they thrive under our climatic condition. And it's no good us kind of just reacting straight away with the most effective kind of stuff that we can use to kill the rodents, because sometimes we might be killing ourselves unbeknownst to us. So
Indiscriminate use of poison around our homes have serious repercussions.
And even sometimes with how we clean our utensils, to be quite honest, pots, etc., because the remnants remain. Anyway, back to the rodents. We have to have that approach, that integrated approach. I've said that about 3 times already. So we have to have the predal larceny officers, and we have to have a review of our practice. How do we manage pests and rodents, etc., because it's a significant amount. So imagine yourself, you have $100 and then you're happy and you're laughing and you go back and check and you see that your $100 is now $75. It's distressing, from 100 you suddenly got 75. So and these things, I suspect we don't really talk about them because to a degree it's almost acceptable and it's invisible, so but it's so important when you think about it. Even if we could get back to losses of maybe 5%, that means, instead of losing $25, you lose $5 and you have an extra $20, which is absolutely wonderful. But in order for us to get those kinds of results, we have to have that discussion so that we could start changing the culture, so we could start using things that are not harmful to human. And one of the key things, I guess, just very simple, because I'm a little bit simple, is maybe traps. Traps that attract, the rodents, and bit by bit, we have traps all around the field, inside the field, etc. And having the traps before the program. I think we were discussing we could then probably export the rodents to the countries that enjoy it as a protein meat.
Or we could start to eat it for ourselves.
I think sometimes, Grenadians are very squeamish in terms of new practices. So maybe that's not our best idea today.
I think they eat rats and bats and flies and everything in Africa, It's not the Chinese alone that eat everything, You say the only thing the Chinese are eating in the sky is plane. What are they eating on water is boat. And what are they eating on land is car. But I know there are some countries in Africa, tribes in Africa that have a big stomach. And they consume a wide variety of the good things God created.
And
that include rats, bats, and flies.
And locusts. All of those consumption protein. But back to our more serious topic about having a unique selling point in Grenada that we use more natural things to grow our food and more natural things to protect our food. I think these things are unique selling points that we could advance, because one of the things that we have to start doing as farmers is places like, I'm going to give some free advertising, places like umbrellas. We have a lot of locals eating there, and we have a lot of international visitors. We have a lot of students eating there. One of the things that we can do, we could have up on the screen, different farmers on the screen saying, here I am John Joe, and I grow your sweet potatoes. And this is the method that I use to grow your sweet potatoes. And I use this method because it's safe and it produces quality produce, so that you can be sure what you're eating is a quality product. It could be done sweet potatoes, plantain, lemon, whatever. And I think that connection would be stronger and made by the digital kind of age. And then it leads on to, boy, I want to see that farm, let me go and see that farm. And then you have that more integrated kind of link between we normally say linking agriculture to tourism, but all of that can happen in terms of that integrated approach that we want to advance in terms of preventing the losses for the farmer, because the losses are so significant but because it's a little bit invisible, it's not invisible, because you see the crops that have been damaged, you see the pumpkins that has a bite on it, you see the sweet potato that has a bite on it. So all those things, you kind of just put it down to, that's a loss. And I guess we don't understand what we're doing, because a lot of the time if we have produce that are kind of damaged, we say give it to the pig or give it to, the chickens, let it kind of do their thing on it. So, and even that, we don't really have all the knowledge that we should have in terms of the impact of that. I remember studying in terms of, marijuana and the impacts on people. And the scientist was telling us that we don't know all the impacts, yet alone when you mix marijuana with alcohol or with other drugs, we have no idea what the combination does to the human.
Obviously, we don't keep much records and we don't do much research. And then in this modern time, the elders don't have the opportunity to pass the word down. But it is a fact. I don't think anybody would challenge the fact that about 20% to 25% of the crops we produce are affected by Rodents Pest and poor harvesting practice.
Yeah, that's not disputed.
And when you have poor harvesting practice, it encourages more food for the rodents and pests. And then the farmer panics because we are very reactive people. When the farmer was planting his food crops, he never catered for rodents and pests. And the rodents and pests watching the crops, feeling very happy and waiting for it to mature. Then the farmer panics and he goes to the supermarket or the shops and buy poison. Sometimes the government themselves panic and the government bring a whole set of poison and give the farmers.
Yeah.
As a people, as farmers, we have to understand that rodents and pests is here to stay and it's part of the equation and we must be prepared for it. And we speak about the economic importance because we want farmers to know money. As the brother say, if you have $100 and you lose 25, it's $75 here. And if you're losing 20 or 25% of your crops as a result of poor harvesting practice, you see how we press poor harvesting practice with rodents and pests. Because if you're not harvesting, that's poor harvesting practice. Then the rodents will get more food to consume. So that's the challenge. Now we have natural predators. And we speak about it because, you know, a number of people jumping up about the environment and the environment.
Yeah.
Well, one of the natural predator for rodents is the house cat or the farm cats. Now, do our farmers in Grenada have farm cats, Joshua?
Well, it's you know, plus and minus. They say cats bring certain kind of potential diseases that they carry or whatever.
What disease cat carry to man?
What disease cat?
What disease cat carry to man?
So
Joshua don't like cat.
no. I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Do you know of any farmer
I'm a firm.
in Grenada that incorporate, that have farm cats to help to control rodents?
Yeah, I know in terms of experience, I know around the poultry farms. I know I've seen some of those little cats roaming around, because what happens is that the rodents burrow underneath the pen and they get into the pen and real damage that they do. So I know some farmers have cats around their pen in terms of a deterrent. But I'm thinking,
do you think the Ministry of Agriculture should encourage farmers, particularly now that we're jumping up about the environment, should encourage farmers to have this natural predator?
Yeah,
and particularly we have small farmers.
Yeah. I think it's crucial. It's part of that integrated approach that we need. And you know, these kind of rats and them are serious predators. So we can't really take them lightly. So whatever integrated approach that we can have in terms of who would deal with that, pest control.
Pest control seems, they are the ones that's supposed to do it. But you have pest control, you have agriculture in pest control, and you have the Ministry of Health. Because the rats also responsible for zoonosis. We call it leptospirosis. And for men who are farmers, it affects sterility too. Maybe by saying that the men might be aroused.
So that's what happened to me.
Some of them, I believe some of them, I wouldn't surprise after you have that, if your sperm cells start
Drop.
to function, swim with the head bend.
Oh Lord.
You can make sure they get.
So serious something.
So
there.
rodents infestation is serious. We have had a few people that was very known in the public to end up in hospital with leptospirosis. You could give us a call, The number to call is 536-2558.
Yeah.
These topics, sometimes they don't arouse much interest. And that is what we're speaking about. If 20% of your crop are lost because of poor harvesting practice and pests and disease, particularly people are involved in vegetable ground provision and vegetable production. The cocoa farmers may not be so seriously affected, and the nutmeg farmers.
Yeah.
But definitely,
Yeah.
the vegetable farmers, pumpkin, sweet potato, this ground provision,
Yeah.
the rodents and pests like them, the banana farmers, ripe bananas, blogger, all these things, the fruits, mango, and then infestation of rats in this present dispensation could lead to leptospirosis.
Yeah.
We tell you way back when in
46.
46 to 53, less than 10 years, 50 million people succumb to the bubonic plague. In Madagascar today, almost every year you have short outbreaks. But sometimes the outbreak is so significant it causes serious disruption in the country. So there is an economic importance. It is not something we deny. And then the farmers, when they are affected and they realize a lot of the plants are dying, or a lot of the vegetables are damaged, they go and buy a lot of rat poison.
Yeah.
And then you have the indiscriminate use and storage of the rat poison.
Yeah.
And the rats, when they are affected, they want to drink water.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear a Thai dog hold a rat, that was a sick rat. No rat no go near no dog that tie.
Yeah.
So if you tie dog hold a rat, the rat was getting mad. So the rat go into the water to drink, and then the tie dog hold it. The rat not so stupid.
Yeah.
Ratus and Ratus domestica, they're not going near no tie dog.
Yeah.
But people like to say they tie dog hunting and killing rat.
Yeah. So let me, I just remembered two things really I remembered. In terms of cats and man and those things that our technician was giggling about. So I have a comeback for him. I don't think it's so much they affect man, but I think they don't like it where there's processing of food. I think that's the deterrent.
When you processing food, you shouldn't have cat inside it and you shouldn't have rat inside it.
Yeah.
They should be properly sealed and etc.
Yeah.
But when farmers have to store food, let's suppose a farmer harvests,
that's critical.
20 pounds, 400, 1,000 pounds of potato, a yam, a pumpkin, etc.
Yeah.
And he has to provide storage for a week or a month. He could be seriously affected.
Yeah.
As soon as the bananas start to ripe, the rat don't bother too much with the green bananas. But as soon as the bananas start to ripe, your mangoes, your cantaloupe, all these things, the rat go to it.
Yeah. And the other, I want to just share an example to you in terms of how dangerous rats can be in terms of the economic destruction of the farmer's income. I just remember that I had a case a little while ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, where a farmer had lost over 1,000 baby chicks. And I took the baby chicks down to SGU, and they noticed that there was a little mark on all their heads, etc. And apparently they concluded that rats or a rat got in there and just killed all of
But the rat wasn't hungry. It was a mischief rat.
Yeah, it killed about
So he killed the chicken.
yeah, it killed the chickens, and so that is serious kind of losses. So if you think like $5,000, $1,000, that's $5,000. That is serious loss. Plus the potential income when you sell the chicken as a fully raised chicken. Usually you could get about $20 for a chicken on average. You know, it's serious amount of losses. So this is no joke or no kind of intellectual kind of talking. This is very
practical.
Yeah, very real. And you know how we set up our system makes a big difference, because you know the pens have to be designed in such a way that the rat really have to bore down real deep to come under the pen. And I don't think they're that determined to borrow until they come, you know, they come through. And then make it worse when we concrete the floors and they try to come through. They hit the concrete.
Normally, when we are building our structures, we forget that rat exists.
Yeah.
And we do that. The farmer goes to his land and the farmer forget that rat exists. Perhaps I should spend a little time to practicalize rat. Rat function with family. You have a family of rat. So let's suppose we have a family of rat in Confaro, where the studio presently is. That family will always be sending out scouts.
Yeah.
The scouts' responsibility is to go and find food. And the scouts will come back and lead the main family to where there is food. But when the scout meet food, they mark it. They pee on it. They urinate on it. That is a mark. So let me give you a practical example. You may eat food from a plate that your sister was eating food from. You may eat food from a plate that your spouse was eating from. Your children may come and eat food from your plate, but you don't know me. So you won't eat food from my plate. So if I'm eating and I say, well, take me some meat in mine, no? You wouldn't do that. So when the rat pee on the food, the rat family identify the scent, the pheromone, and it knows it can eat that. But another group of rats from another family would not eat it.
Right. That's excellent.
So the scouts go out and mark it. So you decide, you see, you did not have no rat. And all of a sudden, you are seriously infested with rat. And you lay a whole heap of poison down on the ground. And you kill some rat. And you hold up again for a little while. And then a whole set of rat infest again. Sometimes, if that family scout is dying, they move from the area. The scout is not coming back. But then you didn't continue to set traps or baits. So another family come. Because remember, we are very wasteful people. You don't have to believe me. Just watch with size. Most of us overweight. It means we have plenty food and we eating plenty. So we have plenty food to throw away. So the rats, we always providing food for the rats. That is the difference with a cat. When you have a family cat, the cat serve around a particular locality. And when a mice come, they kill that. So the scouts that the family of rats send out, they are dying. They're not coming back.
No.
So the family know trouble down there. They won't go down.
Change route.
They're not like human beings. Because you see one of your comrade take coke, he turn lunatic. 5 others want to try to see if they take coke too, they go turn lunatic. So the rat separate is smart. But you have to understand how the rat function. So you could counter the rats.
Yeah. And I think the knowledge you just shared there, Mr. Pierre, is excellent knowledge, and it's practical and it's simple. And so my understanding of rats and the scout has just improved by 100%.
The rats have scouts.
Scouts.
And the main family of rats. Now, I say to individual, people buy rat poison and normally they sprinkle it. And I always ask them, do you eat overnight food? Some say it's in the fridge. Well, if the food, you put rat poison in a container and it is open to the atmospheric condition, after a couple days, that food is no longer enticing to rat. Remember, rat eat anything, just as us. If we starving, we'll eat paper. But it's not first preference. So when the corn bears and you throw poison on the ground, you think rat stupidity? Rat don't bother with the poison on the ground. Because 2 days pass and the poison don't smell nice again. The corn smell nicer. So we encourage people to put the poison in a foil. The same
Shiny paper.
Grenadier eats a lot of barbecue.
Right.
And I say to the farmers, you eat in the barbecue and you throw in the foil paper. Why don't you save the foil paper? So you could put the rat poison in it. And it could stay for weeks. Because it's not exposed to the environmental condition. And it'll be nice for the rat to consume it.
Yeah.
Put the poison inside the foil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you buy a packet of rat poison. And you should make about 20 or 30 or 40 traps with it. You put a 4 or 5 grain of poison in the quarter-pound snow ice bag, plastic bag. Because I think that is the smallest size you could get on the market. And you invert it and tie it. Because a rat might only want 4. Now, if the rat have young ones, it would take the plastic and bring in its nest.
Right.
But if the rat is a bachelor rat or a Spencer rat, the rat would eat it there and then. And you would see how they bust the plastic, eat the rat poison, and leave the plastic there for you.
Right.
So when you set the rat bait, you call it a bait. Anytime you don't see, put more.
Right.
So you will be killing the scouts.
Right. So let me understand this, Mr. Pierre. So you get the foil paper, depending on what your objective.
Well, you could buy foil paper.
Yeah.
But since we like to jump up about the environment, then why
recycle?
Why recycle?
Yeah.
You could wash it for it not to, and put the rat poison in it.
Yeah. So I'm talking about some of the mistakes I have made. So you have that foil paper and you put the poison in it, and then you put it in a plastic.
You fold it up and you put it. You could put it on the ledge. You could put it on the ground. You could put it on the side of the building. You could put it near the farm.
Yeah. No, but you mentioned a plastic bag.
You have the snow ice plastic bag.
Yeah.
That is the smallest unit you get on the market.
Yeah. And you put it in
4 grain of poison. 4 or 5 grain. You tie it and you invert it and tie it back.
Right.
So the air will not get in. The poison going to remain nice and crumbsy, like
fresh.
like all the children snacks again. the children have the snacks. I can't remember the name of the snacks the children have.
Yeah.
But the poison going to remain nice.
Yeah, okay.
And it would stay for weeks on the ground.
Yeah, but
In that corner.
yeah. So, Mr. Pierre, I had the experience with sweet potatoes, and I thought the shiny paper was so that they could see it. I didn't really.
No, the rat smell. The rat gonna know.
Yeah.
You smell the poison in it.
Yeah.
And he go after it.
Yeah.
He check the poison in the plastic and he go after it.
Mm-hmm.
But the farmer that have the farmer that plant a portion of potato, is always have to clean around the potato
Yeah.
and set the poison there.
Yeah.
So the rat eat the poison before he made the potato.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the farmer should also set the poison before the potato start to bear, mature. Because the potato more nice than the poison.
Right.
But you control the population of rats before your potato start to bear. No, we have to take these things seriously.
Yeah.
Because we're dealing with ratos. And 20% of your crops, you lose it as a result of rodents and pests. And that is as a result of rodents and pests. And that is why we use the word, the economic importance. We want the farmers to digest this word, you know.
Yeah.
Money, the economic importance.
Yeah.
Because if you making less money, then it is important. And it's economics. If you're supposed to harvest 35,000 pounds of potato per acre, of whatever, 20,000 pounds, I don't know the statistics, per acre, and 20% of that is a loss.
That's significant.
That's significant loss. If you have any business, you could ask all successful businessmen, ask the Syrians and the Indians and the Europeans
and the
that
black
in
man.
business. Most of the black man, they're not doing well. The black man is not known to do well in business. One or two of them might do well. But generally, black people and business is not synonymous. They don't work hard. If you want sports, black people music, black people whine, black people complain, black people, the blame game, black people. But they're not synonymous with making business. If you want to see a man with plenty gold around his neck, black people. If you want a man with plenty woman, black people. Well, that is hard for us to understand. But
well, my brother Keith once said, "Don't go there. Don't go there."
I go in there. So now we're dealing with rats. So we have to encourage our people to concentrate on it.
Yeah, and we have to encourage our policymakers to have an integrated approach towards pest control and how we manage it, and to also kind of give us the research, if they have any, on natural things that we already have existing that can help us in terms of ensuring that we make maximum profit from our crops. Very, very important. And we talked about cats in the field, and I don't know much about that, but I, from my experience, I would kind of encourage cats. The only thing I think about cats is, well, they have to be fed daily, so that's a problem, you know. So if you have cats in the field, I mean, you know, you need to get there a day or every 2 days and give them something if they don't catch the little ratas. So that is critical that we really kind of understand the importance of the losses that we have, and we try and control the losses. It's also critical that we have an integrated approach that serves and helps up with our natural kind of way of growing crops and produce, etc. That is not harmful to man and woman. Generally, when we say mankind, we mean woman as well. So Those things are critical, they're important, and one of the things that Mr. Pear and I often talk about is having model farms where people could go and practically see how these things are done. It doesn't have to be 20 acres or 50 acres. It could be an acre. How you control your farm, how you control your pest, and how you what techniques you've learned to maximize your profit from having good pest controls, good post-harvesting controls, and good transport control as well, because transportation as well is one factor that sometimes can reduce your profitability in terms of crops. So it's not just our ratus and the rest, but that integrated approach we really need to know.
Yes, my brother. I really believe that the farmers are easy to forget.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of the farmers know that, but you don't have much discussion between elder farmers and the younger farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, in yesteryear, the rum shop was known as a symposium. That is where you went and have a discussion and a drink after dinner.
Yeah.
Most men hardly getting food now in home, so forget dinner. But when you went there, you met the farmers.
Uh-huh.
And the farmers would sit down and discuss the problems. Remember,
Yeah.
the main source of employment in Grenada was farming, fishing, and hunting. So when you went in the symposium, that was the area where they meet. The farmers meet there. The main discussion would have been about agriculture. If it was predominantly a fishing area, it would have been about fishing, or about hunting, or about archery. And then some people would say, well, rat killing me. And the farmers would, after they kicks on you and laugh with you, they would have tell you how to deal with the rat. Because poisons was not so readily available.
Right.
So they had natural methods like spice and clove. And there are some plants you can plant between your crop to prevent rats from coming in. We don't have this discussion anymore because our intellectuals are too bright for the rum shop.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the younger people are listening music. So they are great consumers of Puff Daddy and some of the dance hall artists, the majority of them in jail.
Oh, God.
So the discussion is no more.
So they're not going to have a discussion where they say, I'm using this kind of electric wire around my field.
No, my discussion.
It has 5 voltage or whatever. And that, every day I go, I see 1 or 2 dead rat bite.
This discussion is not going on. Very, very rare. You have to go in a shop where you find elderly people. And they don't want to hear the loud music. They could listen background music because they want to speak. And they would speak. Yeah. And when they watch a farmer and they find he look depressed. Sometimes the man, they say donkey in your cane.
Yeah, yeah.
And they would laugh and kicks and they would say to him, donkey does eat all weekend. Don't worry. Plant more cane. It was also therapy. It was therapeutic. And the psychologists, because these ordinary farmers, these ordinary farmers, fishermen, they learn little psychology for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And they would impart it.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that the society has gotten so sophisticated, then we depend on the ministries of agriculture to provide this information.
Yeah.
So we have farmers with small holdings in Grenada. An average farmer, you say, have 5 acres?
I would say 2.
2 acres. Now, the bigger farmers that have over 50 acres of land, they predominantly plant cocoa and nutmeg.
Yeah.
They don't go much in vegetables.
Yeah.
If they have livestock, it's for siankatuka. Siankatuka. If they plant vegetables, it may be pumpkin. If they get. Because the main crop is cocoa and nutmeg and spice and citrus and some mango. So that is where the problem lies. So we have to constantly educate the farmers to develop a culture that when they are involved in farming, they're very mindful that 20% of the losses come from rodents, pests, and poor post-harvesting practice. But the farmers in Grenada, we like tangible things. So the farmers make a lot of noise about predial larceny.
Yeah.
But predial larceny is less hazardous. It is less damage. The farmers lose less from predial larceny than rodents and pests.
Yeah.
But the farmers make more noise.
Yeah.
It's almost a paradox, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it saddens your heart. The government react to the noise the farmer make, not to the reality. So the farmer is making noise because he had 1,000, he planted 1,000 planting tree and a man thief 1 bunch.
Yeah.
That farmer is on the rampage, particularly if he suspect who thief it.
Yeah, that's very true. You know, we're very reactive, and I think sometimes there has to be a moderating force, something similar.
Grey here don't moderate. If he ain't black, he white. No grey. Fire. So the farmer is cussing, and the next thing you hear, a farmer lose a goat. Lord have mercy. What?
Yeah.
The farmer who lose the goat don't have land, you know. His goat is visiting people land like a tourist and doing what they want. But he lose one now. And dog predation. And the governments are sensational governments we have. Our agriculture exports are generally jacket and tie individuals who have a good command of the grammar. They're sensational people. They're not realistic. To say to the farmer, your main problem here, you're losing more from rodents and poor harvesting practice. But that big bunch of planting, the farmer have 25 planting that ripe and spoil in the land. You know? Now, don't talk about blogger. Blogger ripe in the land, you think is a joke. Don't talk about fig. Don't speak about mango. The majority of mango falling.
Yeah.
When you visit the farmers that are planting the cucurbits, they are among to see on the ground because they didn't get it sell. But let somebody take 2 melon.
Die.
Man, the amount of run they're running with a vehicle. I said to a farmer, how much for a gallon of gas? How much for the melon the fella thief? How much for a gallon of gas? I had to ask him 10 times before he realized. He spent more money looking for a man that take a melon than the cost of it.
Yeah.
So predial larceny, I can't tell them farmers, you know bad because they go want to eat me head off. And I have so much of people vying for my head and not going to encourage the farmers.
Yeah.
But rodents, pests, and poor harvesting practice is more tragic.
Yeah. And we want to advocate that integrated approach. I mean, there's a place for pre-larceny officers, but there's also a place for research and development. So we have good knowledge and we know what to target. And oftentimes, as we've just said on the program, you know, we sensationalize things, and it might be because we were watching that planting and we make a lot of noise.
One planting.
Yeah.
35 plantings spoiled in the land.
Yeah.
But that one that farmer thief. And we have a good idea who thief it, you know. We know who does thief planting.
Yeah.
If we meet him, if you give the farmer a chance, he won't gun all kind of thing. Say, you're not going your land, who you will shoot? You don't go in your land. What you want gun to do? A farmer nearly kill me head off. He say, what you want gun to do? You don't go in your land. But we lose one. And then the politician react to noise. And they are not going to provide information and sit down and explain to the farmer, you know, about it and etc. So that's the challenge we have. And that's why it's so important. As we say, we provoke discussion. We don't have answers. But we believe that all of us come together have answers.
Yep, wonderful.
Yeah? So the topic this morning was about the economic importance. We choose economic importance because we want people to know if 20% of the crops you are losing it as a result of rodents and pests and poor post-harvesting practice, then that is serious money. 20% is $20 out of 100.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's your profit, you know. And we hope you share with program and like the program. We know what we say in this morning is not sensational. So you mightn't bother with us. It's not to say the music that we listening with half of the artists in jail and they singing violent music. It's not that. It's not Puff Daddy music about sex and exploit. We know that. It's about the farmers and the economic importance of rodents pests. And if you want to discard us, remember Madagascar and the black plague, 50 million people. We want to thank you very much for being with us this morning, and we may well continue with this topic another time.
Thank you.
Tell others, like and share, subscribe and discuss.